We're not getting the spaceship countdown today. He took a little bass out the voice this time. So he was at 5, 4. You didn't get no pussy last night? What happened?
Nah, he didn't. Fam.
It's a Saturday.
You sound uninspired.
Yeah, he woke up hot.
No, we started already, nigga. You can count it off though. They need to hear you.
Yeah, I want the spaceship countdown.
Yeah, it's
Give
good.
him one more time from the top.
Okay, going like 5.
There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
See,
Ooh, I like that.
You went
That
nigga
nigga pussy last night,
cold.
bro. He got pussy last night.
That's a cold ass white man.
That point.
That point.
Start black.
There you go. Get to
Said,
it.
no cheese.
Scarborough, Martin Creed.
We back again. Shout out to our Patreon members seeing this first. Y'all niggas pay our rent. Not really, but you guys pay lunch. Maybe a few more y'all will get to rent.
You pay for these beautiful mic covers right
Yes.
here.
Oh, yeah. These stickers cost 20 cents. Yes. And we're joined by a special guest today. You guys may have seen him on Insecure. You may have seen him on Abbott Elementary. You may have seen him on your algorithm because Instagram loved this nigga.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Make some noise for Chinedu Unaka.
Hey, in the house.
Bring that mic a little closer to you so they can hear you. The people can hear you.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Matt gave him the COVID rundown.
All right, bad.
These mics all have the COVID.
Excited
How you
to
doing,
be
man?
here, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying Toronto. It's a nice city.
Yes, you came at a good time. Global warming kicked in just in time for your arrival.
This is good warm. This is good.
Oh,
weather,
trust me.
Yeah,
Usually,
that's crazy.
Listen, I've seen snow first week of May.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
No.
You don't
It didn't
come on.
stay, but it snowed.
It came and went. You know how
it's
it goes.
cold out here.
It'll
Okay.
snow and then disappear the next day.
That's true. And same day it's sunny and
Yeah.
We've had those days for sure.
Yeah.
I'm from LA. This is still cold for me.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
nah, this is hot, bro.
Yeah, I got a turtle. I don't own turtlenecks.
LA gets cold though. LA gets a little chilly.
It's that desert cold.
Yeah, I'm not in the desert. LA not in the desert.
Which one are you from?
That desert cold. I think
desert cold.
You're mistaking that for Vegas.
Like it's Vegas, right?
Yeah. That's more of a
No,
Nevada
LA
thing.
got desert areas for sure, but not Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
So
part
I
of LA?
understand what you're saying.
Which part of LA you from?
I was born in South Central, but I was raised mostly like in Harbor City and Linwood. It's like Carson area. It's like y'all don't know that. This is LA. Yeah.
I know Carson. I know Carson.
All I know is Culver
I live in
City.
Inglewood now though.
Inglewood.
Inglewood. Love Inglewood.
right.
That's where I stay when I get out there.
Yeah.
Inglewood's nice, man. Culver City's nice.
Culver City's
If I
very
had money,
nice.
I buy a house in Culver City.
Yeah.
I
When
love
I went out
Culver
there
City.
and I was working with All Deaf, that's
Digital,
where they
yeah,
were.
that's my dude. Oh, shit,
that's where
okay.
their office used to be.
Yep,
So I
yep,
was
yep.
like moving around in that area.
Yeah.
It's fire out there. I love it.
man. Then you got one in Playa Vista too, which is dope. It's just a good, nice area. Culver's, it's diverse, but it's really nice out there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you're in the nigga Illuminati out there.
Man, Inglewood's changing.
I see it.
It's changing fast, man. A lot of my neighbors. I be seeing just young like white girls walking their dog 2 a.m. middle of the night. Shit, I wouldn't even do.
Yeah.
Like they running by a Popeyes. I'm like, yo, this is changing fast.
Chilling outside 7-Eleven is just only white people.
At 2
You know what I mean? I make my neighbors nervous because I come home like really late at night. I'm dressed in street clothes because comedians and drug dealers got the same hours. They don't know what the hell I do for a living. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, what does this nigga do?
Sleep pattern all off.
Pocket full of
I
cash.
can feel them staring at me middle of the night. Like,
He's back again.
Only pays rent in cash.
Jack, look at the time. What does this nigga do?
In Inglewood too, of all places.
Right, like I'm the intruder.
Like you're the one
I've
that's
been here for years.
That's hilarious. So did you always want to do stand up coming up?
Hell no. I just wanted to be rich, man. I played a lotto still.
He one of those. Well, in America it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like here is not as appealing. Like
Yeah.
over there, dog.
People actually win?
I'm talking your whole bloodline changed.
Nah, you ain't gonna win until you got like 10 years left in your life. That's
In fact,
You know, you're not wrong.
it's only old people that be winning.
Yeah.
yeah, old people, they
They win
lose
like 740 million.
fast.
Not a robin.
Don't you
It's
tax
like,
like
what?
half of it after you win it? Whatever.
Okay.
Still.
How
much money you got, bro? Don't pay tax, Hal. I don't want that. You can keep the $300 million if you're going to tax me.
Keep your winning ticket, sir.
They could tax 80%. I don't give a fuck.
They're not gonna get one over on me, buddy.
But it's like generational. You see guys
I
win
didn't
that
work for
stuff
this
and lose
money.
it in the same year.
I didn't know
I ain't
that.
gonna lose it, bro. I'm just gonna stare at it.
Is it like that for game show money too? It's like that for game show money
I feel
too,
like
right?
that is for game
Oh,
show
that's-
money.
that's
Like if you win
horrible.
on a millionaire, you get like 300,000 probably.
Yeah.
At the end of it.
Oh yeah,
call me
because
a
they
millionaire.
tax crazy.
They tax nuts.
get
Yeah,
hot.
it's really like
Probably
who
a-
wants to be 100,000 there.
Yeah,
Facts.
But
pretty much.
that didn't work to pitch me.
Too many letters. Too many letters. So what's comedy like out there for a young comic on the scene?
It's dope, man. It's a lot of rooms to get up at. You know, some of the major comedy clubs that's known around the world, Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, Improv. They're there. Plus, like other budding spaces like the West Side Comedy Theater, you know, which is a real dope space in Santa Monica that I frequent, man. So it's just a bunch of places just to get up, get your craft down, and then you know a lot of comics doing their own spot in like bars and coffee shops. So
Yeah.
if you're hungry for it, you could find a place to perform. But then also you got the writing space, the acting space, the podcasting. There's just so much shit you could do. Can I
Yeah.
curse?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you said nigga.
Fuck shit,
10
pussy,
times.
nigga. Yeah, man. You good.
But yeah, but all that's out there. You know what I mean? So it's great. It's great.
That's what's up. Yeah, because I was hearing that a lot of comics that I've spoken to are always like, "Oh, it's so difficult to get on. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to pay to get on, or something like that." Like,
Yeah, I was just talking to what's his name, Norm, about this, man. I was saying Norm. I was telling him like, what's hard about LA is you start in LA.
yeah,
I say, you know, anybody who think about moving to LA, New York, get good first. Then
Yeah,
come to
exactly.
Because like your first impression
It's
could
everything.
be
can make
stuck.
a break.
You know, because you know you bomb in Boise, Idaho, you safe. Bro.
Yeah.
No one saw it.
Yeah.
Yo. Just don't put it up. You be all right. You know what I
Straight
mean?
up.
But you just never know who's sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, it's plenty of times I got off stage. It's like, yo, I'm with this company. I'm blah, blah, blah. So you just never know who's there. You know,
Yeah.
Chappelle, Rock. You just never know who's watching you. So that's what's tough about starting in LA, because if you start in LA, you know, you have a bad set that could be just stuck in important people's head until they see you next time, which might not be for 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I would say you could still get good privately, but sometimes people go about it the wrong way. I think they be like rushed to get things they're not ready for.
Yeah.
So I think it's really about just being intentional and taking your time.
And it depends on like the city you're starting from. Like you said, like if you're for us in Toronto, like there's a lot of spots that we can get on throughout the week, even if it's like open mics or whatever. Not necessarily a crowd, which is like what we're working on here.
Yeah.
But you can at least get on and, you know, get timing, rhythm, all
Yeah.
that stuff down. But out there, I feel like like you said, if you're starting out and doing that, it's not going to be the same effect as if like you're 10, 12 years, maybe even in the
facts.
game.
Yeah. You know, and sometimes, 10 years is different. Everybody 10 years is different.
Yeah.
'Cause you could be 10 years to the game, but, you know, you going up once a month. That 10 years ain't the same as somebody
Yeah.
that's really trying to get at it. So, you know, it's just really about just the work you put in, and you know, just how bad you want it, and then how much you love it, really.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't realize they don't even like the arts; they like what comes with it.
Right.
You know what I
That's-
mean?
that's
Like,
usually
you
what
don't,
it
you
is.
don't you don't like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
You like being in
glamour.
front of girls.
It's
You know what I
you
mean?
know what?
That's real.
A lot of people want to take the dive and make that splash, but like a lot of people are doing belly flops when like they're not doing proper dives. And some people don't even want to swim; they just want to look cool when they're coming out the water. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
That's real. That's not easy.
You went real Miyagi on him.
I get it. Miyagi's crazy.
Was that racist? That was
Yeah.
racist. My bad. My fault.
You see, a lot of people is doing the butterfly stroke when they really want a real stroke.
I'm getting confused with it, man. I had to
You
get
see, when a
confused.
worm becomes a butterfly,
We all know what you meant. I'm fucking with you.
you want it to be a caterpillar.
Yes,
I'm actually. It's interesting to hear you say that there's so many spots in LA, because I always hear people comparing LA to New York and saying like the LA spots are so there's way more availability in New York, like in terms of like being able to do like 6 spots in a night.
It's probably closer.
It just
It's probably proximity.
that's
New
what
York
they
is
say,
just
they say.
small
Yeah.
compared to how big LA is.
Yeah.
LA
Yeah.
could be 4 states
And
if it wanted to
traffic,
be. You know what I
LA
mean?
traffic on top of that.
You
Yeah.
have to Uber everywhere and shit.
Yeah, it's just you get up so many times in New York because the proximity. It's not necessarily that, and then by default, right, there could be more rooms for that reason too. But there's spaces to get out, and like you just got to drive.
Yeah.
And then San Diego's right there, which is a dope comedy scene. You know,
Yeah.
Santa Barbara got some spots, Ventura, et cetera. So you could get at it after it. It's just about if you want to get after it.
Work ethic,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
It's definitely a proximity thing because New York, like especially just accessibility, like
Yeah.
you can get on the train go 2 stops,
Yeah.
hit up a next one.
Yeah.
You can go to, and there's different scenes in different boroughs. So it's like, there's not even just in that one thing. So it's like also with us, the problem here in Toronto is the culture of comedy is not caught on with people.
It's still
So
young.
like
It's still
comedians
very
here
young.
aren't like famous by any means.
That's
like
true.
they're just kind of doing their thing, and people might recognize them from a night they went out.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's not like a household name
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So it's very different in terms of just scenes in general and how people approach comedy. Because especially here with us, a lot of immigrants come to our show or first generation.
Facts.
And they're not used to coming to these shows. They show up 45 minutes in.
And first time
Thinking it's gonna be some ghetto shit where it's like
Yeah.
we're gonna start mad late. Like, nah, you gotta be here on time.
Yeah.
Whereas in New York, they know show's gonna start at this time. I gotta be in my
These are
seat.
around the block for the
Dog,
seller.
Yeah.
They're ready
Bro, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
because there's a culture there already
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. We just got to build it, man. It's
Yeah.
really up to the comics in the community to build it. You know, like even with the example you gave about like the crowd being punctual, don't cater to that. Like still start on time. They'll adjust. Like,
Exactly.
if you adjust to them, they're not gonna change.
Exactly.
Right. You got to stick to your shit. And they'll come with it. They'll fall in love with the art, but you just gotta keep pumping. There's people out there, they just don't know they love it yet. 'Cause
Exactly.
They haven't been exposed to it.
Yep,
You know?
definitely. And I feel like there's so many other things you have to do now as a comedian.
Yeah.
Not have to do, but
Have to do.
it's like have to do. You know what I
to do.
mean?
Like what? Like what?
Like for example,
Shit,
I only saw you just started posting clips on Instagram last year.
Nah.
Well, did you take some down?
I'll take stuff down.
Okay.
Not take stuff down, but there's shit. You go down my timeline. It's just not like every single.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's some shit in there.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool, cool.
Since it's been, man.
You got
but-
more consistent with it last year.
Yeah, because my focus is I'm just not just a comic. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I act, I write. There's just other things I'm into. And then like the social media thing is such a powerful tool that you do gotta give attention to. How much attention? It really depends on what your goals are,
Yeah,
right? And like
yeah.
some people like they put so much energy into social media because for them it might make sense because maybe whatever they have on their plate when it comes to their aspirations in acting is just not there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. You don't see classes, etc. So it's just a lot.
And it's a
But
lot of
you gotta do
waiting.
it.
For
It's a
me,
lot of
that's
waiting.
why I started. So I started out in social media and then went over to comedy.
Bro, if you start now, you have to.
Yeah.
It just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I just started comedy today, I'll be talking to the people. Why am I? It just makes sense. Because a lot of times, if you ask a young kid who's your favorite comedians, they might not even say somebody that touches actual microphone.
They're gonna say Drewski or Kai or
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Somebody who's
So-
social media driven.
Yeah, bro. So things have really changed from what I've seen. Because like when like we were growing up, I think you would see like, even if you didn't want to go like a traditional space, like a doctor or lawyer or whatever, you wanted to do entertainment or sports, you still understood it took a lot of work.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now a lot of people are famous
Off some
for
madness.
just really
Virality, yeah.
virality,
Yeah.
right? And just OnlyFans, etc. It's all out
Sometimes
there.
by accident.
Sometimes by accident, just making a facial expression and
Yeah.
shit took off, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, heroes, are like, oh, look, he got everything that comes with doing this hard thing, but doing way less,
Yeah.
right? Or just doing, just being himself or just being a troll or whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids growing up, it's almost like we're raising like another generation of like,
Yeah, because it
Yep.
lowers the barrier of entry
yeah,
Yeah.
for comedy as a whole.
But it's
a
also
very
convincing
interesting
people
time.
to leave their jobs, right? And try
And
To
try
try
it
it
themselves.
out.
It is.
Yeah.
Because before it was, if you made something look easy, is because you put so much hard work into
make it
doing
look
it
easy. Yeah,
exactly.
that it looked easy, and someone was like, "Oh, I could do that."
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just like it's easy because if that nigga could do it,
Yeah. It's like, I know this nigga. Right?
But that's also the genius of it. I'm a fan of this guy because this guy has, in their eyes, maybe they might see it as no talent, but look how far he got.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like listening to, like I love Whitney Houston, right? One of the best singers ever. I like listening to her, but also like listening to Kanye sing because I could hold every note he could hold.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's like I could participate.
This is why I think Taylor Swift is the biggest artist in the world, because I feel like her
I don't want-
inability
hey, cut the camera,
to
man. I don't want to
dance.
get. I might
is
say-
relatable.
I don't know enough to agree or disagree. I just know her fans were violent, and I don't want no issues.
They gonna kill you.
They will dox you.
They will,
They
for
will
sure.
dox
I don't want to. I don't want no young lady in my show with the extendo. So,
they gonna hit you with a
what was that
Swift
Taylor
one,
joke
yeah.
again? What was that joke again? my guy.
No, but it's true. Like I feel like right now we reward Jazz instead of Will.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can tell Jazz is not the actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he does his job. And he does it so well that you're just like, nah, I like that. Like, and it's kind of relatable. Like, yo, if he could do that, then maybe I could be Jazz.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Whereas other people are like, right now, looking at Will Smith, like, I cannot be Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to be Will Smith.
Yeah. And you can, but you're not willing to do what
You're
it
not
takes
willing
to be.
exactly.
And but it's here, right? You can't fight against it. So you just gotta figure out, okay, do you want to go down that road, or do you kind of or you got to protect your artistry? I was even talking to Norma about like sometimes as artists we still got to almost, social media is such a powerful tool. You should take advantage, but you got to kind of find your voice on that platform as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It has to be also, it has to be true to you. Otherwise, it could still read unauthentic.
because it will, man. I've seen the algorithm change a motherfucking personality.
Yeah.
Let alone the artistry. You know what I mean? You go viral making breakfast with your ass cheeks on accident, and now you the ass cheek
nigga.
breakfast
Yeah.
making this for 40 videos straight.
Exactly.
You used to write poetry, my guy. What happened? Because you didn't like poetry. You like what came with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what it's like.
Exactly.
You gotta,
You put
I
on
like-
some pants, one video, and it
Bro,
flops.
I like art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I got to figure out how I'm gonna do this because I do care.
There's low key something spiritual about the algorithm saying "be you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it's like that nigga's like, yo, be you, and I'll get you far.
Yeah.
Like just be you, but be you all the time. Like
It's like I know who you are almost more than you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please just
Yeah.
follow these
Yeah.
instructions.
because I think a lot of people forget their Facebook's connected to their Instagram too.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had to
So it's
that
getting
shit
all that
quick.
info. Remember niggas in 2007 when you made Facebook for the first time, you thought you had to fill in favorite books, favorite.
Bro, I was over there
shit.
stressing like, damn, what movies I like?
Yo, I trust him.
Damn, what movies? Okay, Shawshank for damn shit for show.
And then
put
because of
Titanic in.
MySpace, you like everyone's gonna see this. Like
Literally,
this
I was-
has to look
I was
right.
in grade
Like I
6,
has to look good.
picking the most obscure movies ever, trying to make myself look artsy.
Trying to look hipster?
Yeah, like, oh,
You're
they
the
don't even know about
mysterious
this
nigga,
one.
huh?
Nigga, what?
He the mysterious one.
Yeah.
He's like, After Earth. After
I'm like
Earth.
color purple.
Othello. They got Othello on the list. That nigga deep.
After Earth.
Pride and Prejudice. No way.
Imagine a woman, a girl going on your page. That nigga listen to Othello.
Yeah.
I gotta fuck him. That's crazy.
Google the movies, a short film from Bangladesh.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
that's hard.
This man is
Deep cut.
a real art.
This nigga is
Cultured
deep.
nigga right there. Yeah. Niggas want to be cultured, bro.
Right.
Do you usually use that to get some pussy?
Back then, I feel like. But the thing is, it was organic to me.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was a nigga that always liked music, so I wouldn't just stay to rap. I'd be like, oh, you don't know about this little indie band? You don't know about pwEJR? You don't know about, you know what I mean? Like, so I was always my bag. So once I would
Hipster
be,
bag.
100%. For real. And I didn't even know that was a thing.
The hipster bag works.
Listen
Yeah.
to the blipsters.
Exactly. The black hipsters, bro.
Yeah, he don't drink his coffee till he take 10,
Spinneroonies. That's like the old man's peanut handshake.
Exactly. Nah, that was definitely my bag. But
Nigga aerates his wine.
all that stuff.
But that's
All
dope
that
though,
stuff.
because I think it really just adds to you, who you are as a person. I think I'll see comics on stage, man, where they might struggle. They always ask, oh, who's in the crowd, or what's their racial makeup, or are they young, or are they old? Versus like if you're a person that's you take interest in all types of music, all types of people, etc.
You can adjust.
You don't have to worry about who's in the
Yeah.
crowd. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you are that person. You took interest in everybody, and you borrowed from everybody, just in terms of like making up who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Then you'll be good to go.
I think that's easy for you to say though, because you got years and years of material. I think for a newer comic, younger comic, they're the ones that are usually wide-eyed and like, because they have a limited amount of material and they got to make sure that it can work for this crowd. So they're like, is everything universal? Like I know me, especially, I'm always like, is everything like universal enough for this room? Like, is it going to be relatable? Like sometimes I do want to know the demographic because I'm like, I need to go out there and see.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of those comics that could just chill in the green room all night and then go out there and boom,
That's
I'm
some
on.
seasoned
Like
shit, yeah.
I gotta go in the room, feel the energy somehow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And see what's going on. But I hope to get to a place where I could just show up,
Nah,
be
I
in the
think
green
I think
room.
it comes with age. It comes with like
Time.
person.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
seasoned.
Yeah, man. It just comes with knowing who you are as a comic and just being comfortable with that is. I would like what I tell like young comics, man. Don't say anything on stage you yourself don't find funny.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Make sure you find it funny first, and
Facts.
then if the joke doesn't work, that's okay. Now let's let's chop it up, let's rework it, but I still need to find it funny.
Yeah.
I can't say anything on stage I don't find funny myself.
Facts.
If it doesn't work for everybody, that's cool. We could adjust, but I still need to love it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Writing something you don't think is funny, that's crazy.
You
That's
sold out. You sold out.
That's a
Niggas
crazy
do it all the
concept.
time, man.
I
Look,
mean,
the
because someone
breakfast,
told you
make
that it was
bigger.
good. Like,
You don't want to do that, bro. That cleanup got to be crazy, bro.
Yeah,
You making
bro.
breakfast with your ass cheeks?
Man.
The cleanup
With
is-
it? Wait, you with the ass cheeks or like
with the ass cheeks, bro.
Okay, all right. That's a concept.
That's a wild algorithm. But
That's a talented
No. I seen it was a lady I saw on Twitter, bro.
Oh, it was
But,
a lady,
but it
okay.
was just like wild to me. Like, how did she? Like, what was her story? How did you get?
How
there?
did you know you were good at this?
And it go viral, like, and then now that's you. That's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like, yeah, all right. I'm gonna really lean into this.
So all your kids got
heartbreaking.
all your kids got pink eye.
Today we making flan with my ass cheeks.
from poetry to
We're gonna
pum
do some
shorts.
flambe today. Flambe. That's insane,
Making
man.
custard
nuts.
today.
So, like I said, the algorithm does love you. Did you realize that?
Hell
No,
Does
you
it?
don't think so?
I don't know.
think so.
I don't post enough to even know if it loves me.
That's how I came across you. Was you were a suggested video on my
you're a
timeline?
comic.
Yeah, I
So-
get. That's what I always wonder.
Yeah,
I'm like, is it because I'm a comic or is it because I'm a fan of comedy? Because
Both
if you're a
point.
fan of comedy, then it'll probably
yeah,
pop
I
up
see.
too,
I
right?
see a bunch of comics pop up all the time on my.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. I know. The algorithm show you some love. If a video hit, IG, all these companies, they're made to keep people's eyes on that
On the
fucking
app.
phone.
Yeah.
So if you put a great joke up and the people are loving it, they're gonna make sure more people see it because
Facts.
it
They'll
gets money in
reward
their
it for
pocket.
sure.
You
Yep.
know what I mean? It's really about that.
Don't tell, especially. It's like they know when it's a don't tell video. Like
Yeah.
they don't tell videos, just go, bro.
And shout out to Don't Tell, man, because Don't Tell started. It's on it was something like that FUBU concept.
Yeah.
man. It's comics behind that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of them guys, and they used before they even post anything online, they did shows for years just in LA, and then
Yeah.
they would do them around town, and then then they started producing like these small short form specials. With no bullshit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, they called me.
Yeah.
They called me a couple of times. I was like, I'm not really, I'll wait to see. And then, I finally said yes to it. But it's like, they just like, yeah, man, if you dope, you in the city, you putting in work, they'll find you.
That's
you
what's
ain't got
up.
to worry about it. Like, cats be like, yo, how do I get that? Just
working.
I
just
know
work, bro.
I know
They
mad
gonna
niggas
find
are wanting to.
They
be
gonna find
Yo,
you,
give me the
dog.
plug, bro. Give me
They
plug.
gonna find
There's
you.
gatekeeping.
They
bro.
looking.
Yeah.
You remember that viral Jay-Z interview where he's like, "There's some nigga out there writing lyrics to eating cereal. Find that nigga." And it was J. Cole. Yeah. Like literally, that was Jay-Z. He was like, "There's some nigga out there."
Yeah.
And like that was like I think
Oh,
an
that's
intro to one
fire.
of J. Cole's songs.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, it's like they're.
That's when he was hanging outside the front of the office every single day.
They're constantly looking, man. It's like you'll figure. The people will tell you, like, okay, you can feel it. Like, all right, I got something. It's kind of like
Yeah.
what you said. The cat in the green room don't gotta look at the crowd.
Yeah.
I've walked into rooms. I've seen comics walk into rooms, like really seasoned comics. They a minute late, or they're about to like. You want to go up now? You want to wait? I'm like, no, throw me up.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's you'll get there. Just keep working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
Is the LA comedy scene as segregated as it looks on the internet?
Yeah, you can't even eat at some comedy clubs if you're a black guy. I'm joking.
This nigga's eyes peeled out the back of his head.
What you doing in here? Eating the wings. Perform and go home.
Whites only. That's what don't tell is. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell them black.
That's the white only mic. Don't tell
The white
nobody.
only mic.
It's not segregated, bro. I personally don't feel like it's segregated. I think it's not. I think comics go where they feel comfortable. You know what I mean? You just go where you feel comfortable. Some people are like, oh, I started with these 4 guys and I'll never make another friend. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's how they roll. That's
Yeah.
okay. There's nothing
Yeah.
wause with that. There's some beauty in that.
Yeah.
There's other people just like, yeah, man, I want to do every fucking room. I want to try every show. I want to,
Yeah.
I want to do everything. I want to experience. I'm enjoying, because a lot of people, I think, the goal or the fun, it really isn't in the destination, man. It's on the way, man. It's
Yeah.
on-
Journey, man.
It's just
always
a
about the
journey, bro. It's like for real. Because like as
Definitely.
soon as you get what you think you want, you're gonna want something else an hour later, man. So it's just like enjoy the process.
This is
for
why I
real.
would never want instant success. Like just
Yes.
overnight, be an
Yes.
overnight celeb.
Yeah.
I would hate it. I would hate it because it's like if you, I feel like those fizzle out really quickly a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then when you look back, what are you even looking back on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also
You're
it's a
looking at
blur.
flash,
It's,
you know?
it's terrifying because the whole time you're anxious, like it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got it so quickly, you have no idea how it
Imposter
happened.
syndrome got to
Yeah.
be crazy.
Oh, it's mad.
Gotta
I
be
can't sleep.
crazy.
Yeah.
Dog, that's how I went through that the first 4 years of my comedy career. Because like I came out the gate swinging. I was like, yo, this guy's nice.
Yeah,
Headline,
you were killing off
right
the top.
really quick. And then after that, I was like, that imposter syndrome kicked in because I'm like, yeah, that was my first 20, but I don't really have a strong 20 like that after. Like,
Yeah.
I got a strong one hit. I felt like Jaquan, like everybody in the club getting tipsy, and I was like, oh, this song's right. But then now-
They quite a hope like, the fuck I do?
Why am I in it? I got hits, nigga. What the fuck? Hood hop, nigga.
Exactly.
Hood hop was a classic.
Niggas was
Hey,
fucking with
man,
that, bro.
Hey, man, turn this shit off.
Man, fuck with
gravy
Miyagi, dog.
Extra salt. You guys.
You know what's funny? I usually compare it to Nas's Illmatic. Like, you know that? Because that was his best album. But, like, I don't know why I used Jaquan this time around.
Thank God, just caught a fucking straight bullet.
Straight bullet. That whole watering his plants, bro. Just trying to have a quiet life, dog. Out of nowhere, it's just what the fuck? I'm treading. What the fuck is extra gravy?
It's gonna be like
Extra
that-
salty
It's gonna
is
be like
hilarious.
Dylon coming out like 5 years later, be like, "Yo, Dave ruined my life." Yeah, and Jay Kwan comes out of the door like, "That Norm guy said."
It's like he called me the top 5 rappers, and I haven't been a talented rapper since.
Yo,
You know
that
that is not
Dylon
what
interview was
was
fucking
wild.
hilarious.
I only saw that clip. I gotta watch the whole thing
same.
because that was
That
crazy.
clip too.
Dog, the man blamed Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, what was your relevancy before that line?
Yeah.
Because it was non-existent
I
as
don't
far
remember
as
that.
I'm concerned.
I just remember the skit.
And that's
You're
all
too
people
close,
remember.
man. That's all I
You're
remember.
too close, man. It was so fucking
So
funny.
funny, dog.
That shit.
Tears, bro.
I was a kid crying.
Tears,
shit,
dog. He should have leaned into it, bro.
really
should. Facts.
Honestly, you got to be able. Like, honestly, one of the, I think, especially now more than ever, man, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Facts.
You have, especially be a good. I can't stand a sensitive comedian, bro. We were just talking
Yo,
about
we
this.
were saying that
It's like,
sensitive
it's this guest is
comedians.
like, bro, you go on stage, you make fun of everything and everybody, then off the stage, you're the most sensitive person in the world. It's like, bro, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Facts.
Yeah.
In this business, man.
Ego
because
can't be fragile.
Ego
man.
can be fragile, man, because this business was gonna try to drag you through the dirt. It's a lot of no's.
Yeah.
that
Yep.
You got to be okay with.
I
A
kind
lot of
of
ideas you won't hit the screen. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, you be in writer's room. You know it's brilliant, but
Yeah.
there's sometimes there's politics, and you gotta be, you know, you gotta be okay with that, bro.
So then who was in the wrong? Corey or Donnell?
That's what I wanted to bring up. I like Donnell.
What the what?
Did you see the clip of them at, I think it was Laugh Factory.
Oh,
I'm
I
pretty
saw,
sure it was
I
Laugh
saw
Factory.
that. I don't even know because I know them both.
I seen comics split. Like some comics are like, "Oh, Donnell should have waited until after," and then some comics are like, "Nah, fuck that, nigga talking shit about you on stage. bring it to him right away."
Yeah, I think you know, I know them both, so you know I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah.
But I would say this: they're both super talented.
Amazing.
In my opinion, I think
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, they're both great comedians. You know, people have arguments sometimes. That argument just happened publicly. That's all
They're
it was.
continuing it though. They're on podcasts
Well,
talking to each other
Donnell, I was
now.
gonna bring that up. He's probably the most sensitive comic, but he's so funny.
I think
who's sensitive?
I think Donnell's
Donnell. I think that's a bit.
It's a
I think
bit?
it's a bit.
Okay, that makes
Well, I
I
don't
think
know him that
especially the
closely.
The him and
Charlemagne
Charlemagne
thing. Yeah,
shit
no,
is
that's
so
a bit.
funny
It's a
to
bit
me.
because even he was just on Brilliant Idiots
I know, I
this
listened
week.
to it, yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was. They were like giving each other compliments for
Yeah.
once.
And he's like, I don't believe you.
I don't think Donnell's sensitive because I know the dude, and you know I seen him. He could take a joke.
Yeah.
I just think it was a situation where you know he felt like as a man he wanted to say something. So
Facts.
you have that right. You feel me? Especially
And
somebody
now
say
I-
your name on. You know,
I think the continuing of it now is just like, yo, I got a special out.
They get it-
Exactly.
Why
yeah.
fucking
Get
not?
him- yes,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? This
bro.
is the most publicity I'm
all
getting for
publicity
it.
is good publicity.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
For real.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
right.
So
And
it is
like
what
we
it
said,
is.
lean in. You got to lean into those things sometimes.
Sometimes you don't have to.
he says he's gonna do a Black and Mild tour.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think that's funny.
Like that's epic.
If it sells
I think,
tickets.
and I think Corey's super funny too. Like I don't like this whole narrative people, but like he's like bitter and like unsuccessful.
Who?
Corey Holcomb. People put that on him.
I think Corey has his own success. I don't think he
100%.
like people always project their own goals. I feel
Facts.
like onto other people, and they're like,
Right.
"Why would this is what I would want if I was you and doing what you do?" But you don't know what people's goals are.
Yeah,
What if his
that's-
goal is
that's a-
exactly what he's doing right now?
That's a great point. It's
You know what I
like-
mean? Like sometimes people just want to say what they would do in the situation, and it's
Yeah.
not what everybody would do.
Everybody level of success is different. Like you could take even basketball for example. Everybody, you know, shitting on Jordan Poole and all these.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, this man's an NBA athlete with a championship ring,
Millions and millions. of
hairline
years.
still intact,
Mustache line
You know what
still
I mean?
intact.
Even like Bronny, like how hard people are on Bronny James.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, bro, this man had every reason not to do one push-up but he still
Facts.
got up and went to the
Yeah.
gym. He
Yeah.
got a
Training
he
every
earned
day.
that scholarship.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
He's unselfish. He could have been ball hogging. No one's gonna tell he's LeBron's son.
Exactly.
But he chose to be a team player, allow his other teammates to shine in high school, deal with a goddamn heart attack damn near,
Yeah.
and then still came back on the court. I'd never seen that before. I thought he was done.
Usually when you see something
yeah.
with the heart,
Yeah, they
you're
give
like,
you
yeah,
the
no,
time.
we're not
they
playing
sit
around.
you
Let's
down,
go.
Yeah,
bro.
you're
That's
finished.
that's it.
Yeah.
Came back on the court the same year, and people expect him to start killing. Steph Curry was in college for 3 years, bro. People forget that shit. So get a man some time, man.
Trust me. Yeah, and if you give LeBron's son 3 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I feel like
He's
sky's the
not, he's
limit.
not 6'8". You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
6'3", which is still but he got the athleticism. He's
And
a-
he can shoot.
And the other
Yeah.
one's dangerous too, no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
youngest.
Bryce.
The youngest one.
It's
Bryce
always the
is supposed to
youngest.
be
People
better.
are
It's
clowning
always
him
the
when he just come and
youngest.
go, he has glasses, this guy's goofy, and then he fucking
Yeah, even when he was young, like look, he always had that swag to him.
Yeah.
that just comes from being a younger brother
Yeah.
because you had a bully in the house.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You had a bully in the house.
That
And you
was
had a
Andrew
mentor in the
Wiggins.
house too. Your bully and your mentor is the same person.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's gonna turn you into a beast, dog.
Yeah, definitely. That's why Andrew Wiggins. I'm like, I watched his brothers like just be incredible. Nick was incredible. Mitch was incredible. These guys could fly out the gym, bro.
Yeah.
Out the gym. And Andrew would just always be there, like 8 years old, 7 years old, just shooting in between like quarters or halftime or whatever. And then you see him; he's the one that went the furthest.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
And you're playing with oftentimes kids older than you because you're with your
Exactly.
brother. Look
Facts.
at LaMelo. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The youngest
Yeah.
is used because you're getting all the tools. Like Lonzo got all this knowledge from his coaches and gave it to LaMelo, and then like even went back and was like, actually, don't even listen to that, bro. Do this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't pass that ball, bro. Go crazy.
it's
You know
such
what I mean?
tangible evidence that steel sharpens steel. Like
Yeah.
it's such tangible evidence that
so
if you
real,
go
bruh.
way beyond, like even with comics, like I hate this with comics where I notice you're putting on someone that you know is not near your level just so you can look a certain way.
Oh, it's nasty.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't you want to put
No.
someone that's gonna fucking push your pen every night,
Yes,
like
talking about
make
that,
you
bro.
work, like
Yeah.
I want to feel the pressure.
Exactly.
Pressure
Yeah.
makes them diamonds.
How are you
know
gonna
what I
get
mean?
better if you're with someone that's making you look like a star just
Yeah.
off some like, and you could not even be trying, but just because you're way more seasoned and experienced than this person,
Yeah.
then you look like a god in comparison, and
Yeah.
you fake the whole night.
Yeah.
Like I never want to get to a position where it's like. Well, I do want to get in position. I'm a lie, but where I come out and just say a word and people,
Oh yeah, I want to get in that position.
I want to get into that position. I'm
I
lying.
want to cough. And I want somebody like,
Just start crying. Just
you
die.
know he cough. That nigga's stupid, bro.
I need that.
Just come
I
out
need
and
that.
breathe.
But I don't want that early in my career.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And with me setting it up that
Yeah.
way, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
It-
You want to be good because
Yeah.
that only lasts in an hour show. You got 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
and then it's like, all right, bro, let's
That
get to
false
it.
sense, you don't want that false sense of security. It
Yeah.
has to be a real.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
That's what I was
got
saying
that,
about T.I. I'm like, those first 5 minutes, you're T.I.
Yeah.
But then after them first 5 minutes, brother, you gotta have them
Is he
jokes.
still doing comedy?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
T.I. take it-
He's on
T.I.
Comic View. He's gonna be on the
T.I.
next
taking it
Comic
serious,
View.
man. He out there in them streets. I be seeing him randomly, and you're like, okay, what's up, bro?
He
You
does
know?
mics. He does mics, man.
Yeah, T.I.
Nice.
taking it serious.
And I heard he's getting better, like much better.
You cannot.
Can't not if you keep doing
Anything.
it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Anything, bro.
That's
you
dope.
masturbate every day, you're gonna be great.
Yeah, you're a
Facts.
great
You're
masturbator
gonna be
for
great,
sure.
bro.
Trust me.
You
Ask
get your
me.
masturbation time
Ask
down
me.
in 10
Get
seconds.
those
Feel
numbers
me?
up, nigga. Yeah.
When I first started, I was wrong direction, everything. Bro.
Wrong direction is crazy.
Bro.
Now you added the left hand.
Oh, your father
Stabbing
taught you?
That's a case, bro.
Congo, he's Congolese, man. They a little different over there, brother.
Whip it out. Let me show you how to do
That
it.
shit was not happening, bro. No.
It can
Nigga
happen, bro.
was stabbing himself with dick.
Yeah, you know, I was overhand. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want my mom to come in the room. Yeah, and I'm
White guy saying,
I'm
fuck
throwing it away,
you,
I'm throwing it
buddy. Fuck you.
keep it out the camera. You know what I mean?
That's how Canadian guys say fuck you. Fuck
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Yeah. But now I get extra gravy. Not fuck. We gonna cut all that.
Why do you think we named it that?
Hey yo, all right, man.
Show
Hey,
about
man.
semen retention, nigga.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for coming out, man.
They're sleeping in your mics. Your mic.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's hilarious. What are the similarities with teaching and stand-up that helped you?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I think I say it like this. I think teaching algebra to a classroom in the inner city, half the class, has, learning disability, et cetera. That's a lot harder keeping kids engaged than, telling jokes on stage to people who are alcohol paid to be here.
Yeah.
Right? So if you could keep students engaged and help them, I could help them understand how to, do multiple step algebraic equation, then I could also help break down his jokes to where everybody can understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
In the shortest amount of words as possible.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think he helped me with that. And just help, just add to who I am as a person as well. I think the more experiences you have, it's good for comedy, it's good for acting, just good for, self-development. So I would say both of those probably.
That's what's up.
Have you ever used your comedy to diffuse situations
100%. I use my humor
with your
every day.
students?
Every day. Strangers, students.
Kids about to fight, and you're like, "Hey, kids, roast battle, let's go."
I feel like it's way
Never done that.
never done that
All right,
one.
kids, everybody, let's fuck
Yo,
up each
mama
other's feelings. I know you're not ready for this, but I'm about to get you some tough skin.
I feel like it's 10 times easier to bomb as a teacher because everybody's expecting a bomb as a teacher.
Oh, for sure. So you gotta be willing, you gotta be ready for it. Some kids, I seen motherfuckers fall asleep when I'm teaching.
Damn, man. That shit is heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah, I'll be like, get up, Lorenzo. Keep your head up, man. I spent up all night making this lesson.
I was giving you my best 5.
Yeah, real talk.
So you strictly taught children with learning disabilities?
Now I taught also gen ed students because it was like mild to moderate. So oftentimes you're included within the general education classroom and curriculum as well.
True.
So I taught both. You know what I mean? Mild to moderate is kind of like, it could be anything. Someone with autism, someone with, emotional disorder, ADHD. It could be
You and
subtle.
Shane Gillis got to do a movie together about that now.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Mike Epps was a sped student, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So yeah, low key, a couple comics are.
His interview was
Monique
wild.
was too, right? Yeah.
Huh?
Monique was a special ed student too.
Yeah, man. It's like I'm like it's mild to moderate is like I'm pretty sure I have some ADHD to myself.
I think
I think everybody has it.
everyone
now.
has it.
There's
Everyone
like new research that came out on autism, I think in 2015, and that's why you're seeing so many more people be like, "Yeah, I'm autistic." Like,
Yeah, it became more broad.
the spectrum became
Yeah.
way more broad.
I feel like those were like that deep autism, like he's trying to steal my flow.
That's a fact, bro. Yeah.
facts.
I like, bro, stop trying to make money off my brand, dog. You didn't look off camera one. You kept eye contact the whole episode.
Speaking of Monique, I didn't know that. I was watching Mario's interview. This guy said he grew up he started off in Monique's backyard with a group with her and her son.
Oh, I think you
And somebody
told me that,
else
or I saw on
Doing
TL.
stand up in her backyard?
Singing. Yeah.
Oh, he's a singer.
Mario doing stand
Oh,
up.
Mario the singer.
Yeah. Let me love you. Let me love
I
you.
was so confused.
Yeah.
So he started in Monique's backyard singing.
Yeah.
The comedian Monique
Yeah.
singing to her. What?
No,
ate-
she
while
was
ate
managing
breakfast?
them.
Her son and Mario
I'm
had
like,
a group
damn.
together.
Monique was rich. Come here, little nigga, and sing
Sing in
for
my
me,
backyard.
nigga, while I eat my pancakes. I give you some notes.
Yo, that is such a crazy morning wake up.
I like, yo,
There's
Monique
3 kids
was
singing
rich,
New
rich.
Edition for you. You
Yeah.
eat pancakes in the
Dylon
backyard.
be pissed. Monique told me come back from Brooklyn and bring a bottle.
What's the craziest thing you're doing with money?
Huh?
What's the craziest thing you're doing when you get
That was
like,
crazy
money?
transition.
Yeah,
Actually, that wasn't a
No,
crazy
it's not a
transition.
crazy
That was right
transition
there.
at all. It's right
It was
there.
just a voice change.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we done with
Brought
the
you
bit.
down.
Yo, if you know this guy, he's the guy that
I
jumps.
love it though. No, that's a good
We don't
host.
stay on top for
That's
too long.
that's a great host, bro. So what about the crazy thing I ever done with money?
No, what's the craziest thing you would get when you get money like that?
When I get like crazy money?
crazy fuck you money.
Crazy fuck you money, bro.
I guess someone making breakfast with
I
their
never
ass cheeks
thought
out.
about it. Yeah. Like, yo, get the ass cheek breakfast making chick up in here.
Get her over here.
I want some French toast. Now, what's the crazy thing I would do with some money? I'm
trying to think. What would I do,
I'll
bro?
probably like,
What's the craziest thing I would do?
I don't know, man. I'll probably just slap somebody.
Somebody
Like,
can
I'll
slap.
take this lawsuit.
Yeah,
Like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that's some real money, bro.
Oh, yeah.
At the Oscars?
Oh yeah, with
That's
everybody
real
seeing.
money.
Everybody in the
He's like,
world
bro,
was a
if
witness.
he sue me, I don't give a fuck.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's some real money.
I'll take the fine.
That I'll be more scared of that.
You think he thought about it though?
With money, you lose your patience because you can afford the lawsuit.
You
Why
say?
slap the shit?
That's a fact.
That's some baller shit. Because you know they go sue.
I'm sorry, sir. We have no more rules, nigga. I slapped
Bro.
the fuck out.
You know what I mean? Will Smith slapped me, dog. I'm not moving a muscle. If I was there, I would be. It would have been 10 commercial breaks before I moved a muscle.
Before the flinch, you're like leaning into
Hey,
it.
Chris, you might get off the stage so we could. No,
Absolutely
get
not.
me my lawyer.
I want the
When
contract
God
written
bless
up
you,
now.
take advantage, man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I remember that Andrew Schultz joke where he's talking about Bill Gates grabs my, or if Michael Jackson grabbed my dick, I'm putting two hands on it.
I'll show you Microsoft.
yeah, the Microsoft one. I was dying. That shit's hilarious. Who are some of your favorite comedians?
Some of my favorites.
Let's see current and then let's see past.
Current. I mean, that's one thing. One beautiful thing about comedy is that. What's up? Oh, I thought you gave me a signal. You were stretching. He was like, he was like, wrap that shit up.
The wind up.
His shoulder's killing him. My bad, bro. I think. Well, some things about comics is that, like, you know, as long as you're alive, you could always do it. That's one of the beautiful things about stand-up comedy is that you can grow up as a person. Sometimes rappers, they might feel the pressure that they have to like continue to put out the music that they came in with. You know what I mean? Versus like maturing as artists.
Drake.
Cool. We'll see some artists who mature.
Four bets.
Drake matured a little bit, but anyway. But you have to see some like artists rappers that tried to mature and the audience didn't go with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with comedy, you can gladly do that because everybody can like still relate to you. But with that said, I think I like Carlin. I love I'm all over the place, bro. I love Gaffigan. I love Chappelle.
Yeah.
You know.
Those are great names so
I
far.
love Rock. I love Burr.
Yeah. That's my guy.
I saw you met Chappelle.
Huh?
I saw you met
Yeah, I
Chappelle.
met Chappelle a few times, man. Real cool dude. Michelle Wolf is great. That's one comic that I never met her, but I love her. I think she's really
Yeah,
amazing.
she's
Zaynab
hard.
Johnson.
Oh,
Some of my
Zaynab's
friends
amazing.
like Tony Baker and you know Byron Bowers. There's just there's so much dope comedy out there right now, man. It's in a good space. A lot of bad comedy out there too.
Yeah.
But but what's interesting is that you are where you are, right? Nobody's good in the beginning. You know what I mean? You kind of you'll develop. The thing with social media is a lot of times people aren't, you know, honest with yourself in the mirror where you are in your development.
Yeah.
And they might still feel pressure to post because of social media.
Yeah.
So people are actually like posting things that they might regret later. But what's also nice about that, I think, and freeing is that it's actually a good thing because you're not overthinking it.
Yeah.
You could just delete it. And who cares if somebody puts it on their own page and it's still out there?
Yeah.
It's fine. They could. I feel like don't be in your head because they can see the development 4 years from now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
a lot of it is main character syndrome. You feel like so many more people are watching and
Yeah.
remembering
And care,
everything and care. They don't give
No
a
one
fuck.
cares.
No one cares.
Now the comments might think it's different, right? People shitting on you, but that's just trolls.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people just want your attention. Oftentimes people who are unhappy with themselves.
I've never been
That's the
in a
biggest
good place and sent it. I've never even been in a bad place and done it, but
That's what I'm
I've
saying,
never
yeah.
been in a good place and even thought to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
He does
so-
all. He got a fake page, bro.
He's got a couple fists.
No, but for real, like I've never like you can just tell like people who do stuff like that, it's either out of just jealousy, the culture that sometimes what I'm scared for the youth, they don't realize that's not cool. It's just it's the culture they're born into.
Yeah.
Trolling.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean?
They think
I
it's
made
normalized.
fun of things so much more and was so much more insensitive like in high school,
Yeah.
early adulthood
Yeah.
than I am now.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is that it's like young people bored on the internet.
Just haven't developed yet.
They don't know they can't go outside or they can't do something and now they're taking
bro.
it out on everybody on
It's
the
too much
They
internet.
don't have
power,
that awareness yet.
Yeah,
It's too much power. The fact that I could DM Rihanna right now.
It's crazy.
It's too much power. Bro.
It's crazy. The degrees of
You done
separation.
that?
No, but I'm just saying like
Answer
the
too
fact-
fast.
Why? Because I haven't.
Not on my fence, though. Yeah. but not on my
It's not something I have to think about. Have I done what?
Hey.
Let me check.
I think you'd remember. That's hilarious.
But it's just I'm just saying like in terms of like a person that's like unhappy and just made you their target of their unhappiness. It sucks that they could reach you in some capacity. You know what I mean? And then it kind of ruins it if you're not mentally strong enough to handle it.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins it for the fans that actually want to reach you and they have good intentions.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But then you're like, I don't check my DMs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a mental health to protect your mental health. For real.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't gotten like a lot of negative, I guess feedback or comments. But
It's coming, man.
The few that I do get, it's like I laugh at it because like I grew up kind of cutting jokes.
Yeah.
Right? So when somebody gets you, it's like, ooh, it's a good one.
It's a good
you know what I
one.
mean? But at the same time, like I don't see myself reading it and be like, oh,
Yeah.
or
I would
crying
say
because,
10% of the time it's like, whoa, they were on point with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But again, you have to put yourself in their headsets. Like, oh my God, you're so sad that you got to the point. It's like you're typing this. So I'm like, I actually feel bad for you.
Yeah.
If you're not doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That's how I always see it.
Yeah.
I can never not see it that way. It's like I always feel bad for the person.
100%. And there's a difference between like making a light joke and like you're trying to make somebody feel bad.
Feel bad.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, you suckers in it.
Especially if like it's something that went viral, everyone's laughing, and then there's a couple people in there, and they're not even talking about what's being discussed.
Of course.
They're just cutting into you.
Oh, I've seen niggas that with you, and I was like, whoa. Like, yo, there's like a couple of girls
It's
on Twitter that just keep
hilarious.
getting on your head.
They try.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
They try.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hilarious to me though. I don't put stock into it. Like I don't when I get offline, I don't think about any of it. So it's like it doesn't affect my day, but it's just interesting to witness because those are the same people sometimes that are like preaching online about like cyberbullying or it's a lot of hypocrisy is basically what I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the
internet's
same thing
full
that
of it.
people will hate on you for, they'll indulge in when it's one of their favorites.
Facts.
Or when it's convenient for them.
Facts, Yeah. facts,
So it's like I'm like all this shit's fugazi. Like
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
fugazi,
not
bro.
listening to nobody. You guys can't cancel me for nothing. Like
Yeah.
because I've seen you guys indulge in people who are doing worse or doing the same, but because they're your faves,
You
accept
cool.
it.
You're
it's
cool.
fine. You'll
It's
look
fine.
past it. Or the newest thing lately is when somebody is like, I don't know, doing something problematic or whatever, and they're a fan of the person, they'll point to somebody else that did it and that they
Yeah.
didn't get canceled.
Oh, they
And
love
so
whataboutisms.
don't get at me
Yeah.
about this one.
Yeah, they
It's
love that
like,
shit.
all right, man. Which one is it, bro?
How do people close to you guys take that kind of stuff? Like when you're getting hated on?
Oh, my girl hates it.
Yeah?
My girl wants
How do
to
your
fight
people?
people.
When
That's
like,
what my sisters, bro.
when I'm getting like hated on, it hasn't really happened.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
No,
excuse me.
My fault,
no,
Jesus.
not like,
Greatness.
not like, no.
My bad,
No, this
greatness.
is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It has happened like in an intense way, where it's like
Visceral.
the majority is like, ah,
yeah.
It's always you always hear the stragglers.
else?
Yeah.
And you don't even like when the majority of the response is positive. You don't even try to pay that
Yeah,
no mind.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's oftentimes too. It's not even a genuine that they hate it. Sometimes they just want to look different. It's kind of like
Yep.
Because a lot of
That's
people
true.
Y'all
They
fucking
want
with
to
this?
stand out.
Y'all fucking
yeah,
with
that
because
shock
being
value, too.
offended is a brand in itself.
Yep.
Right. So a lot of times, if 80 people say they love something, I'm not gonna get attention being the 81st saying I love it. I will get attention as being the one person I think is the worst piece of thing ever put out in history.
But also, I'll
yeah.
take it a step further. Hate is sometimes looked at as art, like
Critique.
they art critique, like they are above this
Yeah, you're a
form of
different
art.
thinker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a different thinker. I need an elevated version of this or whatever.
Yeah.
and it's like,
I found
you're
this
better
quite
than this,
elementary.
right?
we're
This was-
talking about semen.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's a cum
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
What is the big deal? So it's like, and I always find it's usually when your content leaves your target
yeah,
audience.
Yeah.
When that shit gets out to just
Yeah.
to the world,
to the universe.
People
come in like-
why are you here anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like they walk into your party and it's like, what the fuck
They're
is
kind
this?
of they're
What
more
kind of music
mad
is
at the
this?
app than they are at you.
Yeah, it's like, y'all fucking with this shit. Look at the
Why is
fucking curtains.
Instagram showing me this nigga? Like,
Yeah.
It's like Chappelle said one time, like you clicked on my face. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
That's real shit,
Fact,
man.
man.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact.
I don't go out of my way. I'll do a deep dive through country music looking for something, a racist song.
Imagine.
Yo,
Finally found it.
that's why I always used to die at the reaction a day after Chappelle's special, just a day after. Clips flying with the think pieces, and I'm like, so you watched the last one,
Yeah.
went to this one,
Yeah.
watched it again, this time prepared to cut up clips and
Yeah.
It's wild that people schedule hate.
Yeah, and it's like
People
whatever-
schedule hate.
Schedule. Hey, let me pen this in next week. Yeah.
And a critique could be like valid, but more oftentimes than not, it could be, sometimes it's just not fair in terms of understanding what stand-up comedy is. Stand-up comedy got its legs not by being a person on stage pretending to be perfect. Stand-up comedy got its legs by being truthful.
Yeah.
Very raw truth. So
Yeah.
it's almost like when you say a great joke, I can't believe you said that. It's not that they can't believe that like you said something that's not true. I can't believe you didn't put the sugar coat on it.
Yep.
I can't believe you know what I mean?
You
said
didn't
the
do what
things we
humans
think about
normally
it.
do.
Yeah. People go to comedy clubs to feel like, because when you were living like a normal life, right? You got to be a role model with a job.
Yeah.
When you get home, you got to be a role model for your kids. 5 days a week, sometimes 7, right? Day and night, right? And then you go to sleep. Comedy clubs sometimes feel like, man, I get to go to a place and hear somebody talk that only talk like this with my best friend.
Yep.
And that's how it's got its that's what stand-up comedy is.
Yeah.
And that's like people have to walk into comedy clubs understanding that's the vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like most people do, but what happens is when those clips get into the regular world and you're at phone watching it at your work, or you're in the church parking lot, now it feels a little bit different.
And you didn't get context. Like,
You didn't get context.
you just got the
imagine,
small bit.
like, I was talking to Norm about this the other day. Like, I did his show one time, and it taught me something very early on, where it was like, I went up and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna shock them tonight. Like, I'm gonna just come out the gate with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this girl sent me your pussy pic and blah, blah, went into the premise, and everyone's face was just like,
No foreplay, no
What the
massaging
fuck?
into it. Just
and that's what those clips on social media are to me.
Yeah.
It's like you're just giving thrust into something.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy is massaging you and getting you ready for the dark stuff later on.
Yeah.
And so with social media, that a lot of that context is lost, and people just run with whatever they see.
Yeah.
And they don't look for context. Nobody
Yeah, no.
in this headline society that we're in, where people just want to see whatever the headline says, that's what it was.
And here's the thing too, I think like you have the right to be offended by a joke, and a joke could be offensive, but you can't be a hypocrite in terms of, okay, that joke, I'll tell you, I was doing this one joke at like this college one time. I think it was like LMU or something, and I'm doing a stand-up and like I'm killing the show, whatever. I get into this Cosby bit, and like I'm pretty much shitting on Cosby for like 4 minutes, or like whatever the allegations are, and but talking from a perspective of a guy that's a black man in comedy, used to look up to this dude and like trying to take all this news in, right? Joke does great. I'm about to move on. The girl goes, not funny. I'm like, what's not funny? She's like, rape's not funny. I'm like, I would agree. This is a anti-rape joke, etc. And then I said if I offend you, I apologize. I said, but I did see you laugh really loudly at my slavery joke. I was like, slaves got raped too, And it just kind of dawned on her, like, fuck, I'm over here being a hypocrite because I probably wasn't even listening to the bit.
Yeah.
The joke hit close to home.
Absolutely.
And I felt a certain way. And that's okay. I'm not, undermining your feelings, but also this is right now at this point in time, it's my show.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could feel, I'm not saying you can't feel like that, but you can't put your feelings above everybody else in the room.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because they didn't come to see you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you're making
This show
yourself,
is not supposed to cater to you.
I was just talking to
alone.
my sister literally about that. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, you're coming into the world of funnies. Everything can be talked about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't be like, oh, no, that's not funny.
Yeah.
But you laughed at this joke. It's like, yo, what's
Yeah.
going on?
It's just like
That's
that
why
Dave
Dave,
Chappelle.
making fun of Chinese people, everyone's laughing. They're making fun of, the trans
Yeah.
community, and no one laughs. It's like,
What's going on here? Yeah.
I
When he
did
was
that
like-
purpusly to show the contrast. That
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, of how
When he was saying
hypocritical
like,
that
I'm
is.
not a nigger either.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that joke.
But also it's important for the comic to understand where your ability is as well.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Some comics shouldn't be taking on those topics because
They're not there
they might
yet.
necessarily have the talent to do so.
Yeah.
You're not well equipped enough
Right?
to, yeah.
To attack something like that, to make sure you're not misunderstood,
Yes.
you have to be able to understand what you're trying to say and how, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like we gotta really
Yeah.
be you gotta be good with words. essentially.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
some people just don't have that yet because
gotta
they-
have Riz.
You gotta work at it.
Yeah. So where do you guys?
Yeah,
so
you got
Kids are calling it.
You gotta have Riz crackers.
so as comics, where do you guys stand with white comics saying the N-word?
What N-word? What you mean?
Like
I'm not going to act like I
when
haven't laughed
Louis
at
CK
Louis
will
saying
say it, or-
that
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, I think personally, like every comic is different. Me personally, I don't like it. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I personally, my choice, I don't say bitch on stage. If I do say, I'm in a character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. It's not. I'm not saying no one should say bitch on stage. That's just my personal choice.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you as white comic, you want to go out there and say that, I feel like you shouldn't say something on stage you're not willing to say in every single room around the nation.
Yeah.
If you won't say it in Crenshaw, don't say it in fucking Alabama.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if you feel comfortable saying in Crenshaw, more has to you. Well, we deal with the consequences, right? But if you feel like I want what I say on stage to feel comfortable saying anywhere in the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not like, there's too many black people here. I'm gonna skip that joke. Then you shouldn't be saying it.
You know
what
that
I mean?
you know that one gang, that Asian gangster. I think his name is Stupid Young. I think he's from
Yeah.
LA, but like he's out there dropping N-bombs
Yeah,
left to
big
right.
time.
But he's in the streets dropping N-words beside all of them. They're like,
Well,
yeah,
that
don't worry,
tracks.
that he
There's
good.
niggas- there's
'Cause
people I know in
he's
real
killed.
life.
He's killed for us. You know, he's done bits. Like once you get that okay, like.
Yeah.
You know, I
It's
think
like
that goes
Eminem-
beyond the idea of a pass. You know what I mean? That's like,
and like personally, you'll never get a pass from me. But like Eminem, for example, he never said the N-word.
yeah.
Nice, he said it.
He did.
They leaked the
He did.
tapes. Yeah,
They
that's
leaked the
what-
tapes.
him
It was
and
early
Benzino-
on. It
he'll
was early
say-
on. He didn't say it when he was Eminem.
Exactly. You can
Eminem.
still grow
Oh,
as a
yeah.
person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what you know what I mean.
He
I'm
said
not
it when he
gonna-
was Marshall Mathers. He
I'm not
wasn't.
going to
And he just
crucify
woke up
you
with the
for
accent.
whatever, mind you, not like he had a stable household. The fuck,
Yeah, he said the N-word, but he also said he's gonna kill his mother and his wife. Like, come on.
You went to
Where
private
was
school
the
your whole
N-word?
life, and you were taught not to say. You still say, okay,
Yeah.
context. This is another issue with social media. I have context is lost on people. You don't have time for context. Everybody think black or white, and the truth is always in the gray. But people don't have time for it, bro. People don't have time for nuance and like actually understanding where people are coming from and what happened, etc. People don't. People just
People
want-
speak in absolutes.
People are just out for blood. They're just out
like,
for blood.
everything
man.
is so matter of fact. Like there's, like you said, no room for nuance. There's no room for any. And if you try to explain, sometimes I be trying to explain some shit and defending something I don't even care or like are on the side of. But because you're saying something so like non-factual, I gotta bring you back
find
and be
yourself
like, and
arguing.
now I look like I want to defend Chris Brown or some shit like just because you said there was like 24 allegations. I'm like there was like 3. And now I'm
Stop
not.
defending
So you
Chris.
like women beaters? You beat women.
Exactly.
Like, all right, my bad.
Gotta pick your friends.
You gotta be against Chris Brown or with him.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gaslighting
about
at its
intention,
finest,
man.
man.
Comedy, laughter in general is about bringing people together, man. So I'm not trying to divide a room. Now, if I'm telling a story and I whatever, you decide what you want to do with your art. But I don't like policing people's art. So for me personally, like I think comedy is about bringing people together. So I'm not trying to do anything to divide that. But I also want to be true to what I want to say, my message, how I feel about certain things.
So a lot of
etc.
that's out of your control. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
facts.
Especially when you're
Facts,
presenting
facts,
as a
facts.
comedian, you're presenting new ideas a lot of times that
Yeah.
people aren't used to hearing.
Yeah.
People don't like change. People don't like, you know what I mean? Thinking outside of the box that they're already in.
Facts.
And you might offend someone just by presenting a
By
new
being you.
idea.
Yeah, facts. Exactly.
You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like
Nah,
there's a lot
facts.
of times I remember Patrice O'Neal was like, yo, like I like when a room is 70% laughing, 30% absolutely fucking shocked. Like,
Yeah.
disgusted almost. Because now I know that I'm doing something new, something unique, something
Right.
fresh.
Right.
If the whole room is just laughing or then you're not really presenting anything new. You're just probably saying something funny, but you're not saying anything new.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Playing
saying
safe.
anything new. If you're saying something new, you'll always shock a part of the room.
Yeah,
You know
not
what I
facts.
mean?
And it's really just about what kind of comic are you, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because I love Patrice. Why can't
He's my favorite.
we have a sexual harassment? It's so stupid. I can't imagine that joke coming out today.
Yeah.
But it's such a but if you actually understand the nuance, understands the intention.
Yeah.
There's a joke behind it. It's purely made for laughter.
yeah.
He's not being serious.
He's
paralyzed. Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Dog. Bro. Don't even get me started because I won't
Trust me.
stop. But
Patrice
that
is my
motherfucker,
favorite.
bro. That special was great. But also, but it's just, but I like Patrice, but I also love Gaffigan. He does the hour on food, and I think that's also brilliant. You know what I mean? I think I think it's okay to admit. Sometimes people like, I'm not opinion doing my style. I ain't fucking with it.
I feel like
It's
people
bro,
like to
you know?
stick to a style in comedy, but not in anything else, which is always odd to me.
That's real.
You're only liking a comedian that does a certain style, but in music, you'll listen to any type of music.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you'll eat any type of food.
I was gonna
like-
say it's more food. I feel like if you're a particular And
You
just
think it
like-
reflects? It's the same.
Yeah,
like it
and
reflects
you're
in both
scared
ways?
to try new things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I try new things all the time in comedy, though. So
Yeah.
I don't think that tracks. In food, I'm very specific. I know what I want. If I've been here before, I'm definitely getting what I had last time. I'm not trying to.
Really?
I'm not wasting my money. That's a
Yeah.
poor person's
Well,
experience.
because with food, it's just you. It's
Yeah.
only affected by you're only affected by the food that you eat. When you open more to new things in comedy, it's open you up to more audiences.
Yeah,
Right?
but I feel like just my taste in terms of comedy. Like I like Carlin, I like Martin Lawrence, I like Chris Tucker, I like Bernie Mac. Like those are all completely different styles.
Yeah.
But I love them all the same. I can't pick one over the other at all. So it's tough.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, man. I think funny is subjective, right? There's some people like Damon Wayans Jr. Like I'll tour him sometimes, man. This dude's brilliant, and he can.
Damon Wayans Jr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like real good friend of mine, man. Like and he's able to like relate to any audience members, whatever. But there are some comedians that are very like niche, and I think it does take someone that's open. Some people just aren't open. Like, like my brother was here talking about, listening to different music, etc. That's just his personality. That's my personality.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you're not that type of person, that's okay. And comedy is subjective. A lot of times people only find funny if they lived it.
Yeah.
I can
Right.
relate to it. That's why
Facts.
it's funny.
Facts.
Because the truth is funny. If you can't relate to it, that just makes you more of a closed-minded person. And that's okay. You can live your life. You know what I mean? No one's...
As long as you're happy.
As long as you're happy, bro.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't hurt nobody, I
Yeah.
have no issues with you. But also understand
You're
where
limiting
you
yourself.
are in your life
Yeah.
and don't critique that person.
Facts.
Because you can't say he's not funny or the whole room is fucking laughing.
It's like I'm not. It may not taste good to me, but I could understand why people would like
Exactly.
it.
I say it all the time. It's
you would
not
never
for me,
go
but
in-
I understand why you fuck with it.
If
You
like
would
people
never
are like,
go into a restaurant, eat something you don't like, and tell everyone you should leave.
Yeah.
Or like, take it off the menu.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's
"Bro, this
fucking
is our
terrible."
hottest item. I don't give a. I hated it. Take it off the menu.
It offended me.
When someone's like, "Oh, this doesn't taste good," and it's just like to you, and you're telling me,
Yeah.
there's you're negating a whole country of people
Yeah.
that eat this on a daily
okay to
basis.
Balut, that Cardi
You know what
B
I mean?
video really hurt you, huh?
No, I'm Filipino and I don't fuck with balut. Okay,
Okay,
like
okay,
I mean,
okay.
I've tasted it. I'm
But Luke is like,
yes.
what the fuck did I do? Why am I turning this shit off? No, but extra salty podcast.
premature duck fetus is not for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
That
But
man
Premature duck feet?
Yeah.
a duck fetus.
Oh, duck
Yeah,
fetus.
it's-
Okay,
yeah,
that's
you gotta
better.
drink the
it's
juice too.
a
Woo.
premature duck embryo.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at his face.
Think of
Yeah.
it. You know what it is? It has the same texture as or the same experience as a boiled egg,
Yeah.
but just with a bit of salty brine and a slightly
And
el
really, really
dente
undercooked.
beak.
Yeah, man.
The beak is little cartilagey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said yes.
Beak is in there?
Yeah,
God
literally, it's a
damn.
fetus. You have to like crack it and eat it. But I was getting shit for not liking bully beef.
Bully beef?
Bully beef is
Don't
not.
what, nigga?
We can talk about it on Tuesday. But
You don't fuck with
Wait,
corned
what
beef?
what is that?
Corned beef is
Canned
terrible.
corned beef.
Bully
know-
beef is canned corned beef?
Yeah, the one with
Spam.
the key and all that. No,
Like spam.
Spam's
Spam.
lunch
Spam is
and
Spam
different.
is a little
Spam is
different. Spam is a little
Spam
different.
is better.
But I mean, it's in the same.
That corned beef?
I
I'm not
fucking
even a
hate
corned beef guy, but I've had it.
But
I've
not-
never
yeah.
made it myself, but my mom used to make it every blue moon.
My dad used
I
to
remember
love
enjoying
it.
it.
But
That is the
canned corned
greatest
beef,
struggle
not,
meal
not,
ever.
Not Montreal corn style beef. Like
Yeah.
there's different types of corned beef, but specific canned
Canned
corned
corned
beef
beef,
with
the key.
With the
But,
key.
but, I know, but I know what you're talking about. I never been in the mood for
Yeah.
corned beef.
My parents used to love that shit. My dad used to make this fucking corned beef spaghetti.
Oh,
ass.
hell no.
Dog, you never
that
had
sounds
you never had a
ass.
bully beef sandwich in your life?
Never.
Come on.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I
God.
think I'm with him on this one.
Yeah.
Slap two pieces of hardo bread.
We do that with pan de
On
sal,
that?
man. Same shit.
Oh
yo.
my God! Or
Yeah.
with some scrambled eggs.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh my!
You ever had
God.
you ever have a corned beef omelet where you put it
Oh, crack!
no?
Look,
With
what I
rice?
say-
Nope. None of that.
With
you
garlic
can,
rice,
You can make
yeah.
anything delicious.
Yeah, you
let's
can.
be. It's just really, can you cook?
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
I don't eat people, but I imagine there's somebody out there that can make it delicious.
Jeffrey.
They say it's
nigga
close.
Hannibal.
They say it's closest to pork meat. Like pork meat.
Jeffrey,
is
the
the
only
closest
white
thing
nigga
to-
season his
to human.
season his
Yeah.
people.
If I'm gonna eat a person, you know the part I'm gonna go after. You know, that little tricep meat right here.
The,
boy
the
asked
grandma
me.
arm
That
right
little
there.
flicker.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta go with the
Just a little.
Yep. See, I'm going back here.
I'm going to ask me.
Yeah, when you
both
want
sides.
that,
I'm
when you
going
want
back
that
here.
tri-tip right
Yeah,
there,
that
the
tri-
tricep.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally.
Honestly,
You know what I mean?
hammies and
Medium
ass.
well tried.
Might be,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What be that?
That or the
Between two, what bread was it? The Hordos bread?
Hordos bread.
With some key spam? Give me some Oprah's tricep.
Some Hordos bread is crazy.
Oprah tricep delicious.
Oprah
You know,
tricep,
she
yo.
showers with the best butter.
She got rid of that shit already.
I want Niecy Nash tricep. Niecy Nash tricep? Niecy Nash?
You see that?
That's a
Yeah.
good
Oh,
tricep
yeah,
right
shit.
there.
Yeah.
That's some good
That
tricep.
old school Jennifer Hudson tricep.
Oh, that
'Cause black
audition.
women
That
shower with,
audition.
they rub butters on themselves all day.
Facts.
They
Kelly,
smell
Kelly
great.
Price tricep, old school Kelly Price.
Which one? Which one? Yeah, you got to be specific. That's like old
when she
pinky
came,
versus
first
new
came out.
pinky.
When she first came out.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, they put butter on them all. Man, if I'm eating a person, be a black woman.
Facts.
That's why you can't be mad at Jeffrey Dahmer. Huh?
You know what I mean? He was killing black guys.
Juwan statement.
Yeah, I didn't say that, man. Hey,
Wait, Jeffrey was killing black
Take
guys?
5, man.
Yeah, he was.
He's killing black guys.
Jeffrey was,
Yeah,
he
he was
making them
killing-
dance and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
killing
think I'm
him.
on that jerk chicken.
He was killing with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Who says all
talk
white
about
guys
a
don't
bad-
like
a
seasoning?
bad- Talk about a bad neighbor. You know what I mean? I called the
Facts.
cops on a neighbor for talking to Alexa too aggressively.
Don't talk to her like that.
Hi, I'd like to call it a disturbance.
I think he's beating his TV.
Look, he's beating his robot. That's crazy, man. One more thing before we get out of here. Like I noticed in the comedy game now, we were talking about like the social media game. And I've noticed that a lot more comedians now are focused on the clip rather than the show.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing?
Everything is short form now, man. Everything is right
Yeah,
away.
but like-
Instant gratification.
I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you're just thinking about the clip.
Yeah, I think
Because now you're just, if you don't get the clip for that night,
it's a balance, man. I think as an artist, right? That's what I'm saying about really being intentional of what you want for yourself. I think, you know, as an artist, you gotta continue to pay attention to quality over quantity.
facts.
But also, as you know, things have changed, and you can't ignore that as well. So you got to find a happy medium. You know what I mean? I think there's ways to still write a great joke. One of my buddies does this well. Samuel Bay is constantly posting, but his shit is you know, it's funny, man.
Yeah.
And it's thought provoking. It's good shit.
Trying to get this guy to post
man.
more on social media.
Yeah,
Just now, just now.
Yeah, I hate it. I love social media. I just hate the process of, because I've done it. I had the clip, I did the captions, and trying to upload this bitch. And now it's like, now the word is missing, and the captions just didn't load for some reason. You want to throw your phone out the goddamn
Trust
window,
me,
man.
trust
It's
me.
2 hours looking at this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Okay,
ain't got
so
time for
I
this
don't
shit.
feel as bad because that was my struggle.
Yeah,
If you go through it, like,
that part of it, because I didn't grow up saying I want to be an editor. I
Yeah,
didn't grow up saying
exactly.
that.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I still don't want to be an editor.
Got to do all these adjacent ass
Shout out to my
jobs.
editors. No, for real, because like that's a hard job. It's
It
a
is.
patient job.
Tedious, man.
You know, you got to be on the spectrum to do that. And
yeah. Thank you, Patrick.
Gotta be locked
I'll
in.
fuck with you, Pat. I said it because you here, but you know what I mean. But like, it is like everybody has a place for a reason. But we're living in a space now where when in the beginning you can't afford to hire a million
Yeah.
people, so you got to do everything yourself.
Facts.
But it's just a part of it. It's you can't fight it. You got to find ways to get around it.
Facts.
Real talk,
Amazing. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Nah,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you, man. Who did I give my Venmo to? I'm fucking with you.
Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game, man. Nah, happy to support, man. Shout out to Toronto.
Tell people where they can find you.
Plugs. That's where they can find me. Oh, my bad. I'll fuck with you. Yeah, you can find me on online, man. Let me. You know I fucked up. I should have chose a stage name. I'm out here with my government, dog, like an idiot.
Was it one of those,
the height of identity thing?
Was it one of those prideful things like they're gonna know my name?
Nah, man. It was just more of a like I just got into comedy because it was almost by accident, but then I fell in love with it, and I, once I just never thought I could change my name. It was just like whatever. It's kind of kept. Anyway,
Should have chose a Starbucks name.
yeah, Chris. That's my dad's name actually. If I do change my name, it would be Chris Obi. My dad's name is Chris. My mom's middle name is Obi, and Obi's still Nigerian, but it's easier to spell.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
That's actually really exclusive. World premiere. And we do something here
Yeah.
called manifestation moments.
Oh, I was like, what's going on? Oh, wait, I get my plug in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to skip over my plug. Nah, well, yeah. Follow me on IG. It's Chinedu Unaka. So CHINEDU UNK. That's my IG. Is my
Full
my
Govey.
Instagram too. Yeah, Full Govey, man. Catch me on tour too, man. Check out my website. Got some dates coming up.
That's what's up.
Appreciate you, bro.
We do something here called manifestation moments, where you
Okay.
basically like just talk about some things you want to accomplish. They could seem impossible. They could seem like
Yeah.
they're gonna happen next week, regardless.
I think for me, man, one of the dopest things hopefully I could be able to do is just to be in a position to like change people's lives as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists out here grinding, trying to make something happen. So hopefully I could get in a position where, you know, things are going so well, you know, I could just have some kind of showcasing platform, whatever it is, to just, you know, fast track some other people's careers.
Yeah,
That's very
that'd be
noble
amazing.
of you, man.
Yeah, man. So
Especially when we were talking earlier, something very personal, but like you was talking about how you're always out here helping people in their projects and you want to focus on you.
Yeah.
And now your eventual is still to go back and help people.
Yeah,
It's
and
very-
like in that, I was to talk about. We were talking about like when I was like teaching and doing. I was always when I was teaching, I was doing stand up the whole time. You know what I mean? And so I was like always spread thin. I was always able to get my things that came to me done.
Yeah.
Right. I was a employee for hire, but I'm trying to like put more time into like things I create from the ground up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I think that's just as important, like that ownership. You feel me? So
I feel like that first part's important as well, though.
Yeah.
Like,
You
you know,
learn,
working
you're
for other
learning.
people, you're just
You're
learning
learning.
and absorbing. You just
taking
get
it
to be
in,
a
bro.
fly on the wall. Like there's not, you got your one job, and you get to see how the rest of the moving parts work.
Yeah.
And what you may need and not need.
yeah, and
moving
maybe
forward.
or want and not want.
And want,
You
not
know what I
want,
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to get to that moment, but I don't want to do it like that. Or I love what he did or she did there. You know, like shout out to my homegirl Yvonne Orgy, man, who I also toured with sometimes, work
so
with.
talented.
She's super talented, and like her talent is on stage, is on camera, but her true talent in my eyes is her business acumen, man. Yvonne is a fucking whip smart person. She's super nice.
Yeah.
But she does not mess around with her shit, and she will say how she feels and not feel, and like when in a respectful way, but like she's a great businesswoman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I love watching her
She
work.
seems like a great person.
She's a
man.
great
Yeah,
person,
bro.
bro. She's a great person.
She glows
so.
on stage.
She
like,
glows,
she's,
man.
Bro,
Yeah.
She's just
that
good.
last
She's
season of
just good
Insecure just
people,
gets
bro.
to me every time, bro.
Yeah.
Like how you heard about that, right?
What happened?
The final season or the final episode of Insecure.
Yeah.
When I don't know, one of the producers basically said like, tell Yvonne or tell each other how you guys actually feel.
That was so powerful,
That,
man.
bro,
Bro,
they was both
so
tearing
powerful.
up.
I
and,
cried.
man.
Yeah.
I
You know what I
literally,
mean?
my eyes were. I mean,
And
good
I
night.
really love that show, so I felt
Yeah.
like so I was so invested at that
Same.
point.
Did you cry?
bro.
You didn't cry because it's spam, bro. It's
Yeah, it's the corned beef.
clogs.
The corned beef clogs it up.
Yeah, too much sodium, fam.
That's that extra beefy. Thank you so much for coming through, bro.
thank y'all,
Appreciate you,
Appreciate it.
man.
This is fun.
That was the extra gravy. I'm Marlon,
I'm Norm.
I'm Duke.
and that was the extra gravy.